everybody. We made it out here. Got some awesome racing going happen tonight. We're live at Daytona, the old virtual Daytona Motor Speedway.
Is this race going to transition tonight?
I got to introduce my good buddy Curtis. We're going to run tonight.
No.
65 laps here at Daytona. These
Give
guys
a big,
are ready.
big,
We're ready.
big shout out to Mr.
Curtis,
Bob
how you
over
feel?
there, Mr. Robert. Hey,
Oh, I'm feeling great. Excited to watch this racing. Looks like there's going to be about 24, 25 trucks on the track for Daytona, so should be an interesting race. There's a bunch of guys that have pretty close lap times during qualifying, so see who gets to move out front here.
Yeah, absolutely. We look at the standings right now, how they're going to grid up. Right now, Robert has the pole. He ran a 52.318. Francis is going to start P number 2. We're going to keep going down. We'll go to the next page here.
Good luck, everybody.
We'll go off a little bit further down. We'll scroll through this grid. Then we're going to show you the weather. A little bit more sophisticated than what you're used to seeing on this channel. We're used to doing some Xbox racing. But hey, there's a first time for everything, right, Curtis?
Oh, absolutely.
First Daytona race of the year, I believe.
It definitely looks pretty good. We're moving down the list here. It looks like Jeff Zappa's 4th, Stephen Lombardo's 5th, Levi McCarty is 6th, Brad Kirby is 7th, Joe Tardif. A few of you may know him from a few different other leagues. He's 8th. Nathan Rogue is 9th. Abram Moon is 10th. And you want to take the rest of them there?
Yeah, we'll roll through to P number 11. Dominic's going to take 11th. Then we got Adam in there in 12th. 13th is going to be Braden. James in 14th. Sean 15th. Kevin 16th. And rounding out the bottom of the field here, it's a 21 cars placed a lap down. We're going to have James or Woody in 17th. 18th is going to be James. 19th, Kyle. Brandon in 20th. 21st is Marshall. And Ethan rounds out the field of 22 trucks tonight. Want to thank everybody that has joined us in chat as we look here. We'll hide this beautiful little thing right there, and let's show you what the weather has here as soon as I find it. This has been a learning curve for all of us. So tonight we're going to have a little fun. Here's the weather as we see it. We have a little bit of a wind. We put this to confuse you. It's 24 degrees Celsius. Track temp itself is going to be hot. It's Daytona, partly cloudy. The racing is going to get great. Everybody gain on for a good show. Let's go up here with our pole sitter. They've gridded up. It's almost time to go racing.
Oh yeah, they're doing that warm-up lap now. It looks like it's 75 degrees out with a track temp of 104. So hopefully it doesn't get too much higher than that. It'll get a little slippery on those tires, especially after a few laps. Usually the first 2-3 laps you want to kind of just ride around and let the tires warm up a little bit, and then start trying to make your way up through the field. About 15 laps is where the tires should start wearing off pretty good, and then you should be able to go about 40 laps on the tires as a whole. But that 10 to 20 range will probably be the best for actual movement around the track. But it should be pretty good. Looks like
Good luck, everyone.
we got some nice looking cars there. The 51 obviously is my favorite, being my number, so it definitely is a very nice looking truck.
Yeah, let's drop back here to this 51. These trucks are beautifully painted. I want to thank all the sponsors we have here. Expert for making these graphics. Wolf Pumps for letting me come on and do this. And it looks like we're about to take this green here for the first race here at Daytona. Let's go actually on board with our awesome leader here in the 006, and they're green at Daytona.
Yeah, they're gonna try to build up as much speed as they can. Draft won't really usually pick up until about halfway through turn 1 when you're really getting up to speed. You want to get through those gears as fast as you can, but you want to try to get it to red line right before you shift to carry that speed in. As you see, the 51 and 56 already got the draft coming out of turn 2, and they're going down the backstretch, passing the leader.
Yeah, lap number 1 is almost in the books. These guys are hauling the mail already. Every single truck, 2x2 onto the back, just like we expected here at Daytona. The lead pack is doing what they have to do. 56 is going to go single file. 51 there And then you have the 25
Really?
of Shane. He's going to round out the top 3 as they complete lap 1 in the season opener at Daytona.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, your pole sitter, the 006 of Robert Narbaugh, he's actually fallen back to about 9th already on the first lap. He may be trying to just hold out and hope that a caution comes out, or just trying to stay out of the carnage for the first few laps here. But he definitely let everybody go by. I don't know what his strategy is here. He's kind of leading the second pack, so we'll see what he does here.
Let's put you in the driver's seat here for a little bit of a little second. You just came off a race last night on the Xbox sides in the Truck Series. The difference between riding Daytona on Xbox and riding Daytona here, what would your strategy be? Do you want to be up front, play the old Dale Jr. Brad Keselowski strategy, or do you want to take that Toyota strategy and sit in the back and wait for your teammates?
Well, I'm a Toyota fan. Kyle Busch is my favorite driver, so I usually run with the JGR strategy. Alpha York, who's a good friend and admin in another series, he and I kind of did the whole sit in the back and ride around for about 90 laps at iRacing Super Speedway a couple weeks ago, and wound up finishing 3rd and 4th with a big caution that came out. So that would be my strategy, especially with the fast repairs that they're only limited to. So I would not probably try to be up front where the carnage will probably be at, or even in the middle of the pack. So, but even in the back of the pack, you can get it sometimes, but I would probably drop off a couple seconds and just ride around for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. 3 laps have been completed. They're coming out of turns number 3 and 4 right now to complete lap 4. There's a little bit of instability right here. You see a couple trucks blinking just a tad bit. How impressed are you with these guys? These are the first time some of these guys have got on track with one another. How impressed are you to see them riding 2 by 2 all the way down in the top 10, and they're holding their own?
Yeah, I mean, they've made it through the first lap. They've made it through, this is about coming up to the 5th lap, and they haven't really had any incidents. You've seen a few guys drop down onto the apron or kind of get out of line, but you really haven't seen anybody getting into each other. They've just been riding. It looks like a lot of the guys are just planning on riding, but you do see a few little dices and just kind of swinging in and out of different areas, but doesn't seem to be bothering anybody. So it's actually kind of surprising to see a lot of these guys that are brand new to racing with each other and not knowing each other's movements or habits or anything like that. It does play a part, so it's kind of surprising, but hats off to them.
Let's show off just a little bit of what iRacing has to do. We're going to take you in the pack. We're going to take you exactly what they see. We're going to take you on a little nose cam here on the truck back here, the number 1. Let's show you how close they get. This is what iRacing brings to the table when they bring it to the table. You don't want to shove as the 3rd car. We've alluded to that before. You just kind of want to stay off. How much throttle do you put in it here? Do you go wide open, and how much fuel do you save throughout the entire run being this 3rd car in the pack?
I mean, if you're the 3rd car, you can bump. You have to have that communication. If you're in a team chat, like I believe the 006, the reason why he dropped back is to pick up his teammate back there, and they've been kind of riding along together. But most of the time, if you're communicating with a teammate, if you have 3 of you in a row, the second guy can bump the first guy, and the second he leaves the bump from the first guy, the 3rd guy can then bump the second guy right back to the front or the back of the first guy. So you kind of tandem push each other over and over and over, but that communication works. When you don't have that guy in your team chat, it gets a little more trickier, so you got to kind of pay attention to the relatives and just kind of watch to see how close the truck is to the front of the other or the back of the other truck. And it's kind of you can't really see anything when you're in these trucks. It's as realistic as you can get. You really can't see anything over the spoiler, so you are really depending on the guy in front of you, and that communication is key.
We're riding on board right now with our favorite Canadian, one of the admins and the owners of this series, Brad Kirby, in the number 10 truck. We're riding on the nose cam. We're going to kind of kick this back out. We're going to go back here to the TV view. We're going to look at that beautiful Wolf Pump Chevy that he has there from Canada. He's one of 2 Canadians in the field right now, him and Marshall as well. Marshall in the 420 truck. Nothing has to do with the 420 in April, I hope, but we will ask him if he finishes in the top 3. Canada really doesn't have a big iRacing field. I spoke to the 10. I spoke to Brad over the past week, and he's really big on wanting Canada to get more open into racing. how big was the transition for NASCAR to get to Canada, and could we possibly see the Cup cars go to Canadian Tire?
I mean, they do have a few tracks up there, and there's a couple drivers. There's I believe one of the truck drivers that was with Kyle Busch Motorsports last season is from Canada, and he did. I mean, he did decent for a first year rookie in the truck series. I don't think he got any wins, but I don't know if the Cup cars would do well at Canadian Tire. Just the way that the track's designed, the turns, they don't. It would probably be fun to watch just to see it for once, kind of like the dirt on Bristol. But I don't know what it would end up actually looking like.
Bro, you're jumping around everywhere.
And here we go back to our leader, Nathan Rowe. He has got that 91 Chevy up front. He has nothing to worry about except for being spun out by the guy in P number 2. But they are staying green. 9 laps have been completed here. They have taken this all the way around. And this has been a one heck of a show. They've been too wide this entire race so far.
Yeah, I mean, they've been too wide for about the first 7 rows. And they've been kind of making little moves here and there. You'll see a guy duck down to the bottom, get a little separation from the guy on the high side, and then move back up in front of the next guy. So the high line, everybody always says the bottom feeders, that's the problem with Daytona and Talladega, the super speedways. But on iRacing, it's completely different than heat. The outside line does work. You just have to have the right guys on the outside. If you can get to the bumper and really push, that outside line can really move. We found that out in a couple different leagues, different races we've done. It's definitely possible compared to heat, where it's not possible unless you have some sort of rules package where you can't push the leader. But, big wreck coming across the tri-oval there. Looked like 2 trucks spun down to the inside.
Big crash, and they're still wrecking. Looks like the 53 was involved. He had hard damage here as well.
Sorry, Bob.
I believe Woody was involved as well in that number 32.
All right, race
If-
for it.
Yeah, I think somebody tagged the wall.
Yeah, if the caution comes out, we will most
I
definitely
would
do a
definitely say that
replay.
would be a caution.
We will go back and see what happened. It says Shane
Yeah, where is the
calls
camera
that
now for
caution.
that?
We'll ride on board, see what Shane had as soon as the caution comes
Yeah,
out.
they
and
just
that
threw a manual
is
caution.
Out. Let's go right along board with what Shane had here. Let's go back in time with this amazing strategy that we have. Here we go. Let's replay this. We're going to do this race in reverse style. I believe I went too far. Or not far enough. First race jitters.
Yeah, they got 3 wide, and it looked like somebody blinked, and then the outside car touched the wall a little bit, and it kind of just was an accordion effect after that. Somebody let up, somebody didn't, and somebody got ran over. So it looked like the 2 cars went flying down to the inside wall. 1 car skidded around on the outside wall, and then when they tried to avoid the 52, it looks like, it just kind of all spread out through there, and a couple other guys got involved, but no caution was thrown for my racing, so they threw a manual.
Let's try this one more time, as SDK seems to be giving me a little bit of a problem there. This is what you get when you do a little bit of practice.
It was actually the 52 and the 25. It looks like he bumped the 25 coming out of the corner, and it kind of shook the 52, and that made them go 3 wide, and there just wasn't enough room coming off the outside of the tri-oval.
Hopefully we get back. We're going to do this in extra slow-mo, because it seems if I click any faster, it doesn't like to show me anything. So I hope we get to this wreck before anything happens. We're not going to go green. Trust me, you are not going to miss one single lap here on this track at Daytona. I'm Terry Radford, a.k.a. VolsFan88. I'm still in the booth with Curtis. This has already been exciting. We've seen 11 laps green flag run so far. Is it kind of one of those things that we do, and it stopped on me again. Apparently we're not previous to seeing that wreck. It'll stop me at a certain point. But yes, nothing's better than reverse driving. I love that more than anything. But I'm sure his fast repair is going to be well in use. as it looks like we have one single person in the 23 has already left. Excuse me. We can't fix that. See, live television. Curtis, first wreck happens.
Yeah.
What's the mindset now? What's the mindset of these drivers? Do they take it easier? Do they push harder? Do they lay off a little bit and wait till the end?
I don't know if they were really pushing it there. It just looked like one guy got a little loose coming out of the corner from a bump, and it just opened up the door for a 3 wide at the front. And then the 23 didn't look like the 25 didn't really look like he was going through the tri-oval right, and didn't give enough room to the outside guy, and that's what put him in the wall and turned him right into the 56. But the 23 is actually back on the track now. He's just starting 6 laps down.
Pretty clean. So far.
I think he might have been one that started on pit road and just never really got going, so he's been sitting there for a while. But, I mean, the mindset of the guys, they've been great for 12 laps, no caution until then. And I don't think it was more of just trying to be hungry and trying to be aggressive. I think it was just a simple mistake by one driver who got a bump and didn't handle it correctly, and it opened the door. The guy probably could have let out of it and just let him back in, but sometimes you got to go when you got to go. You never know how the race is going to go.
Well, let's try something for the first time. Let's see if we can do a push to talk real quick and talk to James Woodard, one of the co-owners as well. James, this is Vols. You got a copy?
Better or worse. One is usually a good thing.
My push to talk hates me as well. Let's actually move him to Discord. Let's have a conversation with the co-owner of this league and the son of the owner. Let's see what he has to say here.
They're on 1 to green now on the backstretch.
Yeah, we'll get a quick word with him. Hey, James, it's Terry and Curtis up in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. You got a couple laps under your belt. You feel good? Do you think that 03 can park in victory lane tonight?
Oh, yeah, as long as I can stay here with Brad and we can just stay out of the crazy traffic there, I think we got a pretty strong truck, man, to be honest with you.
Well, you guys are about to go green. Best of luck the rest of the race. I hope we get to talk to you some more. Let's get you back over to your teammates and the admins of this league so y'all can go up there and try to win your race.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
I think James is sitting back there in 7th right now, so if he can get to Brad, which I believe Brad's in 3rd right now. So if he can get to Brad on the inside line, he should be all right.
They have him scored in P number 5 right now. He's sitting there. Let's actually go on the nose cam and see how he gets this restart going with the 10 right in front of him. Green flag is back in the air. 14 laps are underway. It's time to see what they can do here as he gives him a hard shove. The camera disappears. You can see the gearbox on this truck.
Yeah, there's not much, like I said, on these super speedways. It is really hard to know what's going on. It really depends on the communication. A lot of the times when I'm doing the super speedways, I just look left and I try to follow the line and try to look ahead of the pack so that I know the turn's coming right up. Plus, I usually have an overlay of a track view so I can see it on the map, but it's really hard to see in these trucks. So it is as realistic as you can get besides going to a track and getting an actual NASCAR, one of the different series vehicles, and going around a track.
Yeah, absolutely. I have struggled my little tail off trying to race one of these trucks. They're really hard to handle. Say what's up to the chat. More Than a Cape said it's almost time to do a giveaway. Cape, as everybody knows, is the title sponsor to my channel. Rock NASCAR, welcome. Thank you for joining the iRacing stream. I know you were busy watching plenty of and big crash. Big crash is happening in the back. Caution has came out again. Oh, that wreck got massive.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah, I can't see what that one was. That was I think that was just a silly move somebody made trying to open up a hole and it closed.
Well, let's find out as we ride on board. Looks like we need to go to the 33 truck. The 12 and the 33 make contact here. As we see the 12 kind of cuts down there. Big checkup. He was not clear and the wreck happens. Big crash goes on here at Daytona. This is what happens. This is what we were talking about, Curtis. It comes to reading and listening to who your spotter is. At that point, I don't think he was 100% clear.
No, he just actually came across the team chat and saying that he was apologizing for that he got loose and the wheel jerked on him a little bit. So just a simple user error, but not much you can do as the inside guy there when the outside guy loses the front end and turns down on you. But that was actually James, the guy we were just talking to, as the admin. So hopefully we didn't distract them going into those corners, but or we just started some sort of jinx here. We'll see if the next person we talk to.
Let's not bring the broadcaster curse over here. If we start doing that, I think they might fire me. But no, this race so far has been very, very caution-free. We've seen 2 cautions, very small mistakes, just a little bit of what you can do. And as Bolin said in the chat, nothing worse than being the guy on the outside with nowhere to go except to in the truck that's wrecking. Absolutely. You kind of lose a little bit there on the nose, and it goes away, and then you see the wreck like that. But that's what Daytona's about. You see all these big wrecks, and that's what the fans come out to see. We got somebody out there. Good luck to Brandon. We got a little bit of a fan out here, so maybe on the next screen we'll take it on the nose cam there.
Hey Dom, how bad is it behind you?
Yeah, I mean, Bowling's right. I mean, he's definitely been in a few of these. I've been in a few of them. It's there's nothing you can do. You're along for the ride.
Basically, don't get a black.
It's not fun, but at the same time, sometimes it's just where you're at on the track. And I think some of the guys took tires and some of them didn't. So that could have been a little bit of the slick tires that I was talking about for the first couple laps of just riding rather than trying to make moves and trying to pass. Being a little less aggressive, especially 16 laps into the race. But some guys don't yield to that aggression, so they just full force it.
Now going back to that, you just mentioned something that was a little bit. So you said some people took tires, some people didn't. How important it is here at Daytona? The track temp you said was up in the hundreds. What does the tire wear do as you progress through this? Do tires really matter? And will we see a car or a truck come out of nowhere and win this race based off of grip versus the lack thereof?
No, Daytona's always the same. You can run for a long time. iRacing Super Speedway, I think Alpha and I ran, 80 laps on our tires before we even pitted. It's not as big of a lap count that you can do here at Daytona Talladega, but it does. I mean, it wears the tires off a little bit. It gets to where you may spin the tires late in a run, but the grip level is kind of the same. It's just that first couple laps on those new tires, they're real slick until you get the heat and a little bit of wear on them to when then you can then really, ride around at the yellow and just follow it all the way around the track without having to leave it. So yeah, there's not much of a difference on the tires. Maybe if somebody was on a 40 lap compared to a fresh set, it might make a little bit of a difference, but it's not that big.
So right now, everybody's favorite Canadian is leading this race in the 10 truck. We're going to try not to put a jinx on him. We'll stay away from talking to him as they just got the 1 to go. So don't worry, you're pretty heads fans. We're not going to take you away from the action here. We're not going to miss a lap. But speaking, you guys see that on the stream. Coming June 2021, I will be calling Friday night's PSES race. Every single week, we will come live for, a 16-week schedule. So come out, tune in, catch me Friday nights. They're on PSES.
I think it's 27 seconds.
So Bolin
and
brought up a
Ryan,
good point too. Bolin just said the only issues with the tires is the restarts here. How valid is that? And what do you say to somebody on cold tires to go out there on a restart of maybe spinning the tires or jumping a gear?
Yeah, right there when we had in that lead.
No, I mean, Bowling's he's repeating what I was saying about the fresh tires versus the old tires. Some of the old tires, you'll spin the tires depending on how fast you try to smash on the gas pedal. And with the new tires, it's more of, like I said, they're cold, they're slick, they slide around a little bit. After about a lap or two, then they really come in. But those old tires, you can spin the tires on the trucks. I mean, it happens all the time in different series, but the restart when you go to mash that pedal is where it's a problem. It looks like they're about to go green here.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to tell you, take us green. We're going in blimp mode. Oh, 7 missed a gear.
Yeah, 7 did not get a good jump on that one. The leader did, though.
Fuck!
Oh, and they wrecked.
Come on around me, guys. Come on around me.
Yeah, there's no caution yet.
No caution. I think they held it. Yeah, I believe they held it there. Good job for the drivers.
Come on around me. I'm going to the back.
Yeah, Woody corrected it, and he's just riding to the back right now. He's probably just going to try to get it settled down and try to make his way back up. But he slid back into, I don't know, 16th, 17th, somewhere in there. And he's going to try to make his way back up to the field.
Now, you maybe said that we gave this truck a little bit of a broadcaster curse, but the 03 of James has found his way back up to the top 3, and now he has a shove from the 1 truck of Adam back to the lead, and I think he's going to lead this lap.
Yeah, he, I don't know if he really did anything different besides he might have used his fast repair. I don't remember exactly how many fast repairs they said they were going to have tonight. I know they said they were only going to have 3 sets of tires. He does have some damage on the side of his truck, but yeah, he quickly moved right back up through there.
Yeah, he absolutely did, but you have the 2 admins up there leading the charge on the outside and the inside. The 10 and the 03 are side by side. The 152 are pushing 7, and the 01 are staying off the bumper there. And my apologies, that's the 91. They have kind of stayed away from one another. They don't want to cause the caution, but it's side by side. Lap 21 is about to be in the books as we continuously stay green here in the first ever WPRL Racing League at Daytona.
Yeah, I believe that's 2 teammates in the front there. So teammates are 1-2, and looks like their other teammate is back there in 5th. So yeah, the 91's probably just burping it a little bit to stay off of the 1. If they're not communicating, if they're not teammates there, then they're probably not being able to tell each other when they're off the bumper and when they're on the bumper. But he's getting really close to he's pushing the 1 right now, so we may see something here.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to see him squirrel in and out there. But this is what's incredible about this iRacing simulator, as they call it. I know the Pro Invitational is taking place right now at Darlington, but thank you to the 22 people who have tuned in over here to catch this first ever race. I'm Terry, this is Curtis, and we have teammates leading this race. Another teammate back in 6th, and these guys have no communication with one another other than push to talk. And there's not many conversations going on in my ear with the push to talk, but James is leading this race. Brad's sitting in P number 2 by a fraction of a second. Canadian and American side by side for the lead at Daytona. Lap 23 is almost upon us.
Yeah, the 52 just gave the 10 a good shot, and it kind of turned the 10 a little bit, which then turned the 52 a little bit because the 7 hit that bumper as well, and they just lost the lead. The 1 and the 91 came off the high side and had fallen right behind the 03 and are now leading the bottom. So we'll see if the 10 maybe jumps to the outside in front of the 2 here, and there he goes. And he's going to try to come right back up here to 1-2 for the teammates.
Yeah, so we continuously call it, and they're about to go 3 wide here. Looks like the 1 car wants to jump to the outside there. He jumps up, tries to jump in front of the 10. 10 says no way, takes it up to the 3rd position. And now it's 3 wide going through turns 1 and 2. Can they hold it through this whole lap?
Yeah, that 1 truck's going to be in a little bit of a vacuum with that outside line coming on by like they are right now. It will pull your truck both ways with the inside line, just like they do in real NASCAR. The middle guy usually falls back, which he did fall back to the 3rd position there. But the 10 got pushed right to the lead with the 2, so teammates are back in the lead, and their 3rd teammate is back in 7th now, so he's on the outside line with the 10.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys are shoving and pushing like it's the last lap here at Daytona, but 24 of 65 have been completed here. We continuously see side-by-side racing. We've had 2 cautions for the people who are just tuning in. Oh, big shove to the 03. He saves it. Good collection there, and they kept the momentum.
He looked like Dale Earnhardt Jr. going to the inside on the apron, but he was actually able to move right back up into the position he was at. So Earnhardt Jr., I think, fell to like 19th during that race when Senior won his last race at Talladega.
Yeah, I was going to say more like the Kyle Busch, but he didn't go sideways. Maybe the Omen will go right for the 03 tonight, and he can be Kyle Busch-esque and go up there and win this race. But these guys have been side by side this entire race so far. They've been able to go. I hear the communication in my ear telling people to stay high, go low, go high, go low, stay in the middle. We got you. 2 car takes the lead. Here comes the 1 with a huge shot. What does the 2 do? He stays up top. 10 and 03 still at the bottom. 25 laps around the board.
Yeah, with 25's done, I think a lot of these guys just need to ride for a little while. It looks like they've started trying to make a little bit more aggressive moves. The 10 moved down in front of his teammate, so now they're bumper to bumper, pushing each other. But the 2 and the 1, I don't know which teams they're on, but they seem to be working well together. Right behind them with the, what is that, the 25? He was in the early accident, as you can see. Ooh, he dumps the 1, which turns the 10.
Big wreck.
Back it up, Jeff.
Big
Yeah,
wreck has
he,
happened. And let's go back and watch that from how it started. Huge accident takes place.
Yeah, it looked like the 1 came down on the 10's bumper and gave him a little bit of a turn.
Yeah,
Why are you
big
going
shot.
right back into
Big
But I think
shot
the
right
25
there.
is what gave the shot to the 1. So
Yes, big shot right there.
Wherever the blue
Let's go
truck is,
on
just
board with the
happened to
25.
get demolished?
As he comes down, what happens here? Let's actually get on the
bro,
nose
I got
cam
a
with
total
him.
truck on a freaking
See what
big
we
ass
saw.
thing. My bad.
I'm waiting on the 4.
Here they are. And he comes right up. Yeah, big wreck.
yeah, it looks like the 03 had to tow it. He's in pit road now. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if you remember hearing how many fast repairs they had, but it looks like the 03 is sitting for a while.
Yeah,
He does not have a fast repair.
3 fast repairs in this race is all they got. So a big shakeup in this
number
field.
4.
The guys who have been the most dominant truck so far, we've seen the 1, we've seen the 3, and we've seen the 10 up front this entire race. They've been able to kind of manage the field, go between lanes, kind of control which lane gets the draft at what time. But now as shakeup happens, they're going back to the back. They're coming down pit road now. Let's actually pull up something that I'm not used to using. Let's pull up the old pit lane meter and who's all came down here for a pit stop.
Yeah, it looks like majority of the field's coming down. The 2 had a little bit of a gap, so he's going to probably come out first. The 1 is going to have some damage to repair. I don't know if he's going to use a fast repair or not. If they have 3, that's probably 1. I would probably use it because the 10 spun right back up onto him when he got turned by the 25. But there is a lot of trucks with a lot of damage sitting on pit road right now. It looks to be, I would probably say at least half the field has some sort of damage, either from the previous caution or this one.
Let's actually look at pit lane as he is telling us how many cars or trucks are on pit lane. There is a ton that are smoking down here at Daytona. It looks like a 420 convention, if I say so myself.
Yeah, the trucks are definitely going to need some repairs, definitely going to need some mechanic time. But the 420 truck himself is actually back out on track, and I think he's being shown in 8th right now. I'm not sure where he'll grid once they come past the finish line again, depending on how many trucks stayed on for long repairs. But you have about 5 or 6 that are still sitting there.
Yep, Marshall, as we speak of him, 420 truck, the Bass Pro Shop Ford from the great place of Canada is sitting here in P number 5. He's gained 16 positions since the actual green flag has dropped so far. And Daytona's kind of a curveball. Daytona, Talladega, and the iRacing Super Speedway. You never exactly know what's going to happen. 1 second you're leading the race, and Curtis, next second you're dead last.
Yeah, that's why I said my strategy is usually to hang out in the back and just wait, especially on iRacing. In a few different leagues, we've had 1 fast repair or 2 fast repairs, and based on these cautions that usually are associated with super speedway racing, I just like to stay out back and stay out of the carnage. But on heat, you have unlimited fast repairs, so that one I like to be up front. And as Cape said earlier, my strategy is usually to sit out back. But he did push me to a win in a heat league earlier this season, so he definitely knows about riding up front with me. And I think another guy, Chevy, was another one that was up there pushing with us. So I'd like to see some of these guys just maybe chill out and just ride for the next 20 laps, 30 laps till we get a little bit closer. Really start making moves about 5 to 10 laps to go.
Yeah, absolutely. This is this has been one of the most entertaining races that I've gotten to call. First time on iRacing for, I believe, the both of us. So, I not 100% sure what we got
Checking
going
up
on
the
here,
back
but
truck and
I feel
coming
like
up to
the
leader
fans
in
are
the
really enjoying this. We're up to 17 viewers so far, so whatever this combination is, we might want to keep it going.
Might have find the golden ticket here.
Yeah, well, good Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory reference as we're down here. Speaking of Daytona, I know a bunch of these NNR guys that are going to link up down there. I'm pretty sure we'll be down there in August as well for a race.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to go to that. Daytona's probably on my bucket list. Probably, I would say in the top 3. Talladega's always on there, but you know they're going green again here. 2 trucks back out to the lead. Looks like the 46, the other teammate we were talking about, he's in second on the outside. The 25, who caused the accident, is still in the top 3. So we'll see if he can get really going here with this damage because they come through turn 1. They're spreading out a little bit.
Yeah, somebody kind of messed up on the restart there, but we saw you said the 25
Go ahead.
kind of caused that accident. Was just a little,
Go ahead. I'm
I
having
wouldn't
to
say
wait a little bit.
impatient, but there was a little bit of a little bit of moving there. But you see the teammate taking the lead. The 46 is up there in that Wolf Pump Chevy.
I do see that 51 coming in second, though.
Yeah, your truck, the 51's there. What a beautiful truck. Let's actually go on board with the 51. That is one
Just a
good
heads up, I
looking
do
truck,
tend to
if I
lift a
say
little
so
bit, so
myself,
if I
and
do
I'm not a
go around
Toyota fan, but it is gorgeous. But Mr. Cape says, all right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, for a 1-month subscription to my Twitch channel, what was the last victory that Dale Jr. achieved in the Xfinity Series?
I'm guessing we can't guess on that.
Yeah, 420, how high are you, bro?
Maybe if you tune into the stream, Curtis, and you might be able to give a shot at that one. I don't think you're a subscriber either.
420 all the way.
No, I am not a subscriber, but I do know that answer.
Cape, I don't think he laid any rules down. I'm sure you can do a big block for the lead. 46 comes up and gets the 2, stalls the momentum, comes back down inside of the 51. He's there side by side. 2 truck now has a run. 420's pushing him. 7 is on his bumper as well. They're making some headway on that outside, and this is a huge differential between Heat and iRacing. The outside lane works here at Daytona. And the 2 made a bold move.
Oof.
Big move down there. Braden said, I want the lead. They are almost to the halfway point here. And the lead counts. And big move to the outside too. And he's loose. And they're wrecking. 420 gets into the side of the 46 and he goes spinning.
What was that?
Yeah, that was a massive move that he just made through there. I did not think he was going to make that, but he made it work. No caution called for that either, so we'll see if those guys can get back around.
It's probably my fault. I don't know.
One truck goes around. He goes through the tail end
I
of
was
the
actually
field,
trying to get the
and
run
now he goes
off
from
the
leading
top
this
line.
race, holding command, working the lines, to now he sits all the way back here. He goes all the way to 16th place
I
and he is
didn't mean any
7,
harm by
8
that at
seconds
all.
off the lead as we sit. But the battle for the lead is still heating up. The 7 truck is down there. 1 truck's pushing the 2. 2 goes down to the bottom. 1 follows him. And now we have a new player in the field. Here comes the 56 and the 52.
Are you talking to me to drop down?
Yeah, I don't know who's going to try to move on the outside. Looks like the 10, the admin we were talking about before, he has made it back up into the outside. He's a 3rd in the outside lane right now. It looks like the 2 has shifted down. I think he might have gotten told by the admins that he had to move to the back on that.
Yep. Penalty for Braden Black, hometown of Newburgh, Indiana. He now has to go to the back of the field for causing a wreck. So one of the rules here in the WPRL series is if you are the cause of somebody to wreck, and it is not anything that you can control. If it's something you did, you go to the back of the field. And Curtis, old buddy, old pal, Cape said, go ahead and give the answer. You get a guess.
Well, that would be only 2 hours from my current location, and that would be Richmond.
Cape, he said Richmond. Do we have a winner?
Off the track.
Maybe I give the Family Feud response, but now we have a new leader in the field. 52 is there. We have a smoker up here, up front. Oh, he is smoking bad. I believe that is the 46.
Oof. The 03 lost a lot of momentum, too.
He's all the way to the outside. I believe he has a flat tire. Let's actually go down here to the 46. Yes, that is him. He is slow on the race course. I'm sorry, that's Brad in the 10. The 10 has had massive problems. But he has regained the draft.
Yeah, the 10's actually still up here in 5th right now on the inside lane.
He scored 17th. He was slowing down. He had a bit of an issue there. He is currently 1 lap down as we speak. Or 10 laps down, I'm sorry. He is 10 laps down right now on the field. 46 just went a lap down.
Yeah, the 46 fell way off. Looks like the 10, his teammate has moved back up after getting some damage earlier in that spin from the 1 and the 25. And he's right back up here in 25th. Or 5th, sorry. On the inside. The outside line is forming, though. The 91 and the 25 are bumping real hard on the outside. We'll see if they can try to come around the leader here.
And ding, 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 you are correct. He won the 2016 Richmond race. So congratulations, Watch. If you go into twitch.tv/FallsFan88, send a comment. Kate will gift you a 1-month ad-free subscription to my channel, which means you will never see an ad. Hell, to be honest, I don't even think I even play these ads.
No, I appreciate it. I definitely remember watching that race. He drove the 88, and I definitely enjoyed watching that race and him winning that race, and that being his last Xfinity race. I think he retired, what, 2 years later? 3 years later?
I believe you are correct. 56 has taken the lead. He's still out here running up front. Maybe
Yeah, that one truck definitely has some damage on the outside of the front fender. You can see the tire sticking through on the right front. So I think he still has some damage from the earlier crash with the 25 and the 10. They're definitely still too wide and still going for it. That 25 is as banged up and mangled as it looks. He's still riding around in 5th.
Scoring the 91 as the leader. I do not believe that is correct, but it sure is. Big crash. 725.
Oof. That's the 25 again.
That's like a 3rd wreck, that boy.
No caution again so far.
No caution indeed. They are still green. 7 gets a huge shot by the 25. That is Shane, and he is slow on the bottom of the racetrack, and I believe he's going to come down pit road this time. He is definitely off the pace. Huge blow to his chances to win today.
Yeah, I don't think he used his fast repair earlier, so he's still got 3, and there's the caution. That saves him from going a lap down.
Let's actually go back and try to watch this wreck as it occurred. We try not to rewind until there is a caution so you don't miss a lap of the action. But it looks like it was just a failure to communicate there.
Yeah, they threw the manual caution on that one, but it did look kind of like a little bit of miscommunication or lack of communication. And that's kind of the problem. I mean, real NASCAR drivers are not allowed to speak to each other during the race. You all depend on your spotter. He's the one that's in the eye in the sky that tells you exactly how far apart you are, where the trucks are, where you can move down, where you can shift out, and it's a little different here. But you're allowed to talk to each other using push to talk. Some of these guys are sitting in Discord team chats, but if you're not on the same team as each other, you got to rely on that push to talk. And if somebody else is pushing that button, you ain't coming through.
It's a huge crash right there that we saw. As we go back in another angle of this accident, it looks like kind of the 7 and 25 just barely made slight contact as they came through going onto the back straightaway.
Number 4 hit.
One car comes down. One car comes up. It boom into the wall they go.
High, boys.
Yeah, it's kind of both trying to fight for the same position. The 25 definitely tagged the wall first, and then that's what shot him to the left a little bit, and he might not have been able to hang on to it to keep it off the 7. But it kind of looked like the 7 was coming up at the same time. So they might have been going for the same position, but I think the wall might have caused the 25 to shoot left like that.
Sometimes blink.
Say hello to our
The
leader
key
here,
one that
Nathan. He
flashes
finds his
if
way
you're
back up to the lead.
lagging slightly.
He has led a couple times in this race. He hasn't been able to stay consistently up front. We've seen him shuffle to the back. We've seen him come back through the field. He's definitely the kind of guy that you want to be pushing you as the laps like to wind down. He has found his way up here time and time again. So this is going to be interesting to see as all of these trucks look like they are going to come down pit road.
Yep, number 4.
There is not one that are going to stay out other than the lap down trucks.
With 27 laps to go, I think the fuel run is right around that mark, 30 laps, somewhere around there. So this could be the last pit stop, depending on if you want to, where you are at. If their late caution comes out and you want to try to run and grab some new tires, but like we said earlier, and a few of the people in the comments said tires really don't play a huge factor. But if I'm mid pack and a late caution comes out, I'm probably coming to grab tires just for having that a little bit of extra grip, even though it doesn't make a whole lot of difference.
You know what? And while we have an opportunity here, let's talk to the guy who has been caught up in the most wrecks so far tonight. Let's go get Brad, our favorite Canadian here, and let's have a conversation with him, shall we? Brad, it's Terry and Curtis up here in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I would think a lot better than you. You're sitting here. You're about 10 laps down. You've been caught up in a couple accidents. What's been the feel out here? Has the teammate game really worked? And is there impatience in this race?
Well, yeah, a lot of the drivers there, they really got impatient. I am showing myself as the lucky dog, though, so I think I actually just got my lap back. I think it's James that actually might be. He was having some computer issues. So he's definitely some laps down now.
Oh, I actually read that wrong. I am dumb.
No, it's all good. All good. All good, man.
You are the free pass down there in 17th position. You're going to get the lucky dog. You're coming back on track now. Do you think you have a chance to win this race? And how many more fast repairs do you have left?
I have one more left. Unfortunately, after that massive pile up there, I used one, and I accidentally used one on the first caution. But I'm not too worried about that part. I was already up and around the 5th or 6th spot, even a lap down. So I was slicing and dicing through that field pretty fast, and I'm not too worried. I think I got a shot at the end.
Well, we look forward to watching the rest of this race. We appreciate your time. Thanks for coming over here and having a little bit of a conversation. Go ahead and tell old Woody the next caution. We're going to yank him over here too.
Yeah, sounds good, and I appreciate you guys up in the booth for everything you're doing.
Absolutely, man. Thank you so much. You have a great rest of your race, and good luck coming from the back.
Thank you.
Man, this is. I think this race is going to get wilder and wilder. We see it at every Daytona or Talladega. Whenever it is time to get to the end, that we start to see a little bit more craziness, don't you think?
Yeah, some of the guys have a little bit shorter of an internal clock than some of the other guys do as far as when that time should be to go hard. You see that all over the place. I mean, real NASCAR drivers, the guy that I really don't like the most, which is Joey Logano, but he is a great driver. He just he blocks a lot and really goes hard, which is his style. So I'll give him that, and he wins a lot, and he's won a championship. So some of the guys here, I think a lot of them, like we have 25 laps to go. I think a lot of them need to think about that 10 lap range and then really start trying to move up front. I think the 10, he's been really fast. He's been leading some laps. James was leading laps up there with him. I mean, you can go from the back to the front in a lap or two. I really don't think it's the time to do it yet, but we'll see what he does.
25 laps remaining. It is on the clock. The countdown to win the very first race here in the WPRL series. They're racing at Daytona. We're back green. 24 laps to go, Curtis. When is go time? When do you make these moves? You're coming down to the wire. What are we going to see here?
I mean, it really depends on where you're at. If you're in the front 5, front 6, I would probably wait till about 5 laps to go before I started trying to move one truck at a time, and kind of just do one per lap if you can. I mean, obviously, if there's an opening, you take it, but I wouldn't make too many aggressive moves. I would just do one at a time. If you're in the back, I mean, we're 25 laps. I would probably wait till about 15 to 10 before I'd start trying to move, because it is really easy to move from the back to the front in just a handful of laps. So it really depends on the driver and the type of driver he is. The 10 seems to be on the bottom now, trying to move up through. He's following the 3 guys right in front, which 2 of them are teammates, so maybe they can link up and try to move up to the front together.
As we have seen time and time again that these ladies and gentlemen, I just got a message from James. Damage was too bad to continue from the big wreck. No PC issues. So the 03 of James has left the race. He's 8 laps down as we go. 23 to go. They're coming to 22. We see an outside run from the 56. No, not a whole lot of room for error here. They're bumper to bumper. This race is just going to get crazier.
Almost just killed you there.
This is, we can hear race control in our ear as well.
420's in the wall.
Crazy. 420 is in the wall.
Well, 46 was able to avoid him and get down.
He also saved it, got off the wall. He's able to continue in the draft. 53 is coming up to his rear. Not a whole lot of damage on that right side. Maybe he just gave her a little kiss. I mean, the Cup Series is at Darlington this week. Maybe they wanted a little stripe to commemorate Daytona.
Yeah, just a heads up, I'm 3/4.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised the 4 teammates back here, the 1046, 006, and the other one there. I'm surprised they didn't link up and try to go all 4 together to try to catch this front pack. Looks like the 10's already moved from last to about 9th now on the outside lane, and the 46 is following him. 006 is on the bottom. It would have been probably smart for the 4 of them to link up and try to go maybe 3 wide or wait and then go 3 wide, but they could have tried to pick off a couple of these guys at a time.
Yeah, the 10 looks like he's just kind of just chilling right there behind the 52. Trying to do what you were thinking. Picking up, don't make any aggressive moves. There's no reason to make it so far. I see a truck we haven't talked about this entire race so far, this 39 of Dominic. He has a beautiful Allied tribute. I believe he's a big Alex Bowman fan as well. That's a beautiful looking Ally Valvoline Chevy.
That should be a top car.
Yeah, he's got all the Hendrick sponsors there. He's got Ally, he's got Exalta, he's got Valvoline. They're all on the side of the truck and on the hood, so it's definitely a good-looking truck for sure.
Yeah, I wonder if he is a Hendrick Motorsports fan. I guess there's only one way to find out. It's maybe under the next caution or at the end of the race if he gets a top 3. We'll want to ask him here. But your 51, your favorite car number or truck number, is out to the outside here. He's running right now in P number 7. He has lost 1 position since the start. Started off P6. He has flirted with the top 5 this entire race so far, as we have a side-by-side train, a conga line, as they say, on the bottom and on the top. Pretty even so far. The runs aren't being able to go as the top 4 just break away from the field.
Yeah, they're really not sticking to the bumpers. The 51 is really on the 4 now, but they were giving it a pretty good gap there. So I'm not sure if they were trying to lay back and pull the draft off the front car there and try to come up on the outside. But that's kind of the problem, is when guys start trying to make moves and you try to lay off to make a move after a turn, and somebody else sees that opening, they take it, and it kind of messes up what you were thinking for strategy.
Yeah, absolutely. 24 people out there in the chat right now. Thank you for the 24 viewers. Do not touch that dial. Don't click that mouse to the next stream. We're under 20 laps to go here at Daytona. I'm Terry. This is Curtis. We're bringing you the season opener for the WPRL Racing League here at Daytona. Next week, I believe, we go to the iRacing Super Speedway, and then we go a little bit further down, as we're going to go back up here to the 1 truck. He's riding in P number 4, about to go in P number 3 as they cross the line. 2 truck leads that, 18 to go. The runs are materializing. Do you take it 3 wide just to show dominance? Do you take it 3 wide to show force? If you are going to take it 3 wide, when do you shoot it for the lead? And And what's the mindset of the 4 and the 48? They're lagging back right here. They're about quarter throttle. What are they doing?
I mean, if you're the front guys on the outside, the guys in second and third back there, I would probably try to stay in line. As far back as the 451, the 52, the 10, the 420, I would probably try to suck up to the back of the, I don't even know who that is, 91. And if you can get a big enough run, take it. It's 17 to go. If it's a big enough run, you can pull right past those two trucks, put them in the middle. They'll get kind of pushed back, and you'll be right to the front. So I'm kind of interested to see what's going on here, because it looks like the 4 and 51 are trying to stay about a car separated from the 91. So I don't know if they're trying to practice a couple of things leading towards the end of the race. And just as I say, the 52 dives 3 wide with the 25, so they must have heard me and took the advice.
Yeah, somebody must be listening to the stream.
420 and 25 are on the wall.
Don't text and drive.
25 gets in the 10.
Around 75. Big wreck right there. Caution is out.
Oh, the 46 is in.
Oh, man.
22's involved.
Let's go back to the 10. Let's go in reverse. Let's look and see what happened as we ride on board.
Yeah, I've seen the 25 make some moves. I'm not sure if he should have been making those moves. I get it. You got to run, you take it, but
His car is on the middle of the back.
I don't
He
know.
was in the wall, came down, made the contact. He goes into the 78. Hard contact between him and the 78. Hard contact with the wall. His final fast repair goes up in smokes, and maybe his chances as well go up there. We'll take you back live to him on pit road and show you exactly what we're looking at. There he is smoking, and I hope that he does not go a lap down again, but that was a big contact that he had as we go back to our leader. The 2 truck has found his way back to the point.
Yeah, I think the 25 just towed it real quick. They are coming out of 3 and 4, so I don't know if he's going to be able to tow as quickly and get the fast repair done. The 22 looks like he just got his done, and he's moving out. It's going to be rough for him to be able to get his lap back if he does go a lap down. The 10, I don't know if he has any more fast repairs. I know he's been involved in at least 2 of the issues. So the 420 as well, I think, was involved in that one. He was in the wall early with the 25. Really what the 25 should have done there is the main thing is certain guys can hold that third line and can run it very well, and they're very steady at it. If you're not one of those guys, don't take it 3 wide, because this is what happens. You wind up getting too close to the wall, it sucks you in, and at that point, you might as well just stay on the outside of the wall and drag the wall until you get around, rather than trying to yank it off the wall, because you really have to turn the wheel hard to get it to come off the wall. And that looks like what he did, and it turned him right into the 10, which is unfortunate for the 10. That's twice he's been wrecked by the same person. So,
well, let's actually talk back to the 10. Our proverbial in-race reporter, guy who got caught up in that accident. Let's pull him over and find out. Yo, Brad, it's Terry and Curtis back up here. We watched you get involved with that accident. Kind of walk us through what you saw from your vantage point there.
Well, once again there, I had no idea. My wheel just kind of jerked, and all I saw was the wall at that point for the second time tonight. Nobody has really kind of owned up to that one. I've tried to get some answers because I'm not too happy. Second time towed. Thought we had a shot for sure. We were running right through the pack. Truck was so fast tonight. I can't thank Wolf Pumps enough for that. This truck was so fast, but we'll see what we can salvage out of this, and we'll come back next week.
Yep, you find yourself back here in 18th position. Actually, you just jumped up to 17th. 1 lap down. 1 more caution puts you out there. You have no more fast repairs, correct?
No more fast repairs, so I'm just gonna kind of lay back, see what kind of happens. But yeah, for sure, I'm kind of counting on 1 more caution. But I mean, these guys are strong. We get a couple in a row, but then it can kind of wind out for a little bit. So I'm hoping it doesn't, but you never know.
Well, Brad, you are listed the 3rd car 1 lap down, so if you can get to the front of the 006 and the 56 and another caution comes out, you will be right back on the lead lap, so good luck.
Perfect. I have a bullet under me, so I'm not too worried about being the first car to lead lap down or a lap down.
Well, we have placed you as our favorite Canadian in the race, so do not disappoint. We hope you get back on the lead lap and have a good rest of your race.
Hey, thanks guys for checking in.
Yeah.
Kate wants you to type something in the chat, Mr. Curtis. So
Yeah, I'm trying to get in there now.
He could give you your free 1 month gifted subscription brought to you by morethanacape.org. If you do not know about morethanacape.org, it is a pediatric cancer help foundation. They go out and they're not like St. Jude or like any of the other ones. They help families who are struggling with kids who have pediatric cancer. They go out, they pay light bills, they pay car insurance, they pay mortgages. They do everything that the others want. If you have a heart or you have a pumping heart for kids and you see the link down there on the bottom, it's blinking through all of the sponsors on the channel. Go to morethanacape.org, read the story, share it with your friends. The biggest thing you can do is hit that share button. You're donating right now just by tuning in, so thank you so much, all 23 of you, for coming out here and watching and donating to a good cause. As we're about to go back green here in this series, the laps are winding down. When it shows us a caution, we don't know how many laps, so when they take the green flag, you'll know just like we will. 14 laps to go. Oh, and there's a car stopping right there on the track. 2 trucks
Yeah,
take this lead.
I don't think somebody was ready.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, and we hear him say sorry about that. He was not ready for the start, but he found his teammate back there. 2 trucks going to get this lead, 40 or the 39. Actually, I take that back. That is the 48 of Joe. I believe he has teammates to the 39 right here. I wonder if he's a Hendrick Motorsports fan as well as him in the Safe Flight 2. Our nose to tail, 1 and 2, 13 laps to go. We're winding them down here at Daytona.
Yeah, the 10 of Brad we were just talking to, he did move up into the first person for the Lucky Dog slot. He just I don't know if they have any rules here for passing underneath the yellow, but he definitely just passed his teammate who was also a lap down under the yellow line and slid up in front of him. But he is the Lucky Dog spot, so if a caution does come out in the next 12 laps here, he will be the Lucky Dog and get back on the lead lap and see if he has a shot back to the front. But they are definitely too wide for the first 7 rows, 8 rows, and I'm thinking we might see another caution here, as dicey as these guys have been cutting it and being as close as they are to each other's bumpers.
Well, Mr. Analyst, close your eyes, put a blindfold on, and pick me a winner. Which one of these 10 trucks, and the 25's in the wall, and the 7 turns him around. Caution is about to be out. Oh, they're still wrecking.
Oh, yeah. They're still going. There goes the 420 again, the 25, the 23. Was 39. There's a bunch. 10's in. Oh, the 10 is smoking again.
Let's take you back here. It looks like the 7 and the 52 made slight contact. 52 was not clear as he came up. 7 gets contact, and then as the caution comes out, ooh, the 25 makes hard contact with the 40, with the 39. 420 gets involved. Huge wreck here. That was. I hope the fast repairs are still there. 420 is smoking as well.
One guy we definitely know does not have any fast repairs is the 10, and he is smoking and pulling down pit road. So
Yeah,
I think that's going to end his night.
Yes, he is smoking, and I believe he is about to exit stage left as well. There is no salvaging that beautiful Wolf Pump Chevy. By the way, I don't know if you ever heard of wolfpumps.com before, but it's the water pump people from old NASCAR, and I don't think a water pump's gonna fix that damage.
No, I think he's got many nights of repairs for fixing that truck.
I tell you, who's
Kinda
not
sad.
gonna be happy. I don't think his sponsors are going to be too happy with a crunkled up race car, but you know, a lot of these guys would be a little bit more refreshed and a little bit more energized and focused if they had a great Raise Energy. If you use promo code REPEAT1975, as it says down there on the bottom of the screen, you'll help my buddy over the NNR side who's commentating a race now. We are going to raid his channel and show him the love that you're showing me and go over and watch Championship Xfinity Night as Commando Griff just locked up the championship in stage number 1. I believe they are in stage number 2 right now, and we will catch that race momentarily here on this channel.
Yeah, it looks like the 51 has come down pits. 56 has come down pits. A couple more. The 51's coming back out, so I think he was just stopping for fresh tires. Looked like he had slowed down right before that caution had happened. I don't know if he saw something coming and just backed out of it, or if he was a little bit involved in it and just backed out before it got too bad. But he definitely just came down for some fresh tires and some Sunoco fuel. See if he can get back into this. Would be nice to see the 51 take victory lane.
Yeah, Mr. Bias over here has a notion for the 51 truck, as it looks like right now he is still sitting out there on this race course. He's catching up to the field right now as we speak. When we take the green flag, Curtis, we are going to be under 10 laps to go, sponsored by morethancape.org. This is going to be a very interesting show as we wind down these laps. We're at the hour 10-minute mark of calling this race. You have not missed one lap so far. We have shown you flag-to-flag coverage here on Vols Fan 88's channel, and for the rest of the season, you're going to get the same thing. But if you hit that subscribe button, or you have Amazon Prime, you can connect your Twitch and your Amazon Prime, and you can subscribe to one free channel a month. You can, I don't care which one you use, but it is a great program, Curtis. You can go from Rick James TV, Atlanta Racing, Vols Fan 88, or you can go to Repeat 1975, hit that subscribe button, and use that Amazon Prime, and you get the best of both worlds with all of the Amazon Prime gaming that you desire. Cheap plug, but it always
Sean,
works.
you got a coffee?
Yeah. Well, speaking of cheap plugs, I'll plug my own. And in our spots, I will be broadcasting a new league as well in a couple weeks. So
that's
Talk
right.
to Sean because he may be in your team channel.
I'll definitely enjoy doing that, sitting down and just doing the broadcasting. It's fun to do.
I'll
So
tell you what, Mr. Swats, go on in the chat, put your link in there. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you hear tonight, go over there. He'll be calling Turn Down For What. It is a great league on Tuesday nights. I will be racing in it, so if you like my broadcasting, my racing skills are nothing like it. Go over there and give him a big follow or a subscription and never miss a moment of Turn Down For What. But while we have a chance, let's talk to our leader in the 91, Nathan, before we take this green.
Same here.
Actually, I do not see him in a Discord. Wow. Broadcaster cursed to a whole new level. Thank you for the 26 viewers who are out there right now. This is interesting. We're going under 10 laps to go here. 91's leading this race. 2 trucks right behind him. Braden's going to give him a nice push. Joe is behind the one car of Adam. Green flag's about to go back in the air. Do you lay back on this restart, or how do you make your move here? 8 laps to go when they cross this line.
I think that the 2 trucks I'd probably keep an eye on is probably the 48, and I think the 39 is there. No, who is that?
Sorry about that.
Can't see the number. 46. So the 48 and the 46 that are on the outside right behind the 1. I would probably lay back with about a lap to go, maybe in turn 2 or turn 1 and 2. I'd lay back a little bit off of them, get a big run going down the backstretch, come onto the outside of them, going to turn 3 and 4, because it's not like Talladega where the finish line is way off into the corner. Daytona has it in the tri-ovals, so you should get a massive run going through turns 3 and 4, and see if they can pull it off.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever on this channel, we're going to take you for a crank it up. We're going to stay silent and enjoy it with 7 laps to go here at Daytona.
Yeah, for some reason I'm seeing a big wreck, so I'm going to hold back.
You can't pass below the yellow.
Sean, push. Come on.
I called the wreck.
Oh, and they are wrecking. We are going to take it out of here. big wreck is happening right here in the middle of turns 3 and 4. They started wrecking on the back straightaway, and now
Buddy, how
they
bad am I
wrecked
funny right now?
again. Caution is back out, and I believe we are going to get the green flag with about 4 laps to go. Hit that share button. This is going to get interesting in a hurry.
Yeah, that's why I just try to say the high.
Yeah, the 51 tried to pass underneath the double yellow line there. And looks like the admins were trying to call it out. And one of the admins might have been in the front there and might have caused an accident for trying to hit push to talk and trying to tell him to not pass underneath the double yellow line.
That was a big crash right there, but good luck on the 7.
Lucky dog coming through.
Ooh, the 7 truck actually made an incredible save right there. He got a little bit of a hit, and Kevin really made it work. 6 laps to go here. They're under caution. Should be getting this green flag with about 4 laps to go. I believe we're going to see another caution, but the 2 truck found himself in the lead right there. And since we're under caution, you know, let's see if we can find old Kevin, or let's see if we can find Braden and get a quick word with our leader.
Yeah, Cape says I might have cursed the 51 truck.
I believe you did. Here we go.
My car looked like
Braden,
truck.
this is Vols, or Terry, and Curtis up here in the booth, man. You're leading this race. It's going to be 4 laps to go when you get the green flag. Can you get that Tundra in victory lane?
You know what? We're planning on it, but hopefully we can. Me and Adam have been working together these last 30 laps. So if he can get back up here, we may have a chance. I mean, we have a chance now, but maybe even a better chance with Adam up here.
So you're the only Toyota right now that's sitting in the top 4. You got Chevy, Ford, Toyota in 5th.
Hey, James,
Are you impartial to who you run with? Are you going to be preferable to the guy that's sitting behind you? Sean's going to be on your bumper. We already know the 46 has been one of the best pushers all night. Do you hope that a Toyota gets to you, or do you think that the Chevys are going to team up on you here?
You want to get me on the straightaways?
This late in the race, I believe people are just gonna push, no matter what manufacturer, what team, what driver, whatever. Everybody's just gonna be fighting for the win. So at this point, I really don't care. I just want that win.
Well, good luck at that. 4 laps to go, potentially 3 laps to go when we take this green. I'm going to make sure I move you back to the right room.
We're in good shape.
Best of luck for the rest of the race, and we hope to be talking to you in victory lane.
51, you got to come by.
All right, thank you guys.
Yeah, I think the 2 probably has the best shot being the leader if he can get a little bit of a run going to that restart box. But like NASCAR, when it comes down to the last couple laps, it's every man for himself. I'd be surprised to see anybody just stay behind and push. But just so Cape knows, the 51 did have a fast repair left, so he is back on the track and still on the lead lap, back there in 13th.
Well, we can't say. If we start cursing people up here, they're just going to tell us to stop calling this race. So let's not put a curse out there. They come across the line, 4 to go. They should be doubling up soon. Believe they're doubling up right now. It'll be 3 to go when we take the green flag. Any predictions on what's going to happen? Do you see an overtime? Do you see a big pileup? Or do you see this thing going green to the end?
Based on what we've seen so far, I'd be surprised to see them make it to through turn 3 and 4 without a caution coming. But if they can make it through 3 and 4, I think the 46 and probably the 12 and the 4 are probably going to be the ones in the best spot. The 2 being in the lead, he's going to have to try to block both lanes. 48's been fast, 46, 10, that whole team has been fast, so I'm not surprised that the 46 is up here in 3rd. It depends on who wants to be aggressive and who wants to wait. Like I said, that last lap, turn 3 and 4, turn 1 and 2, you're really going to have to try to back it up and get the runs either through the tri-oval to go into 1 and 2 or down the backstretch to go into 3 and 4 and try to take the lead, and then really have to block as well coming out of 3 and 4.
Trey, thank you so much for the follow, my man. Nice little thumbs up right there. I hope you were enjoying the action. For this restart, we are going to take you on board with the 46 Chevy. of Sean. I believe he's in the catbird seat right here. We'll find out. I know he's going to be on the back bumper of that Safe Life Tundra. We're about to go green, Curtis. 3 laps to go, Daytona. Season opener here. Green flag's in the air. We're back racing here.
Yeah, the 2 gets a good jump. 46 was close enough, but now they're a little bit spread out, and he gets to the top line, and he's starting to try to block both lanes. I think that might cause a caution here. He's swinging back and forth, so... there's another white truck in the middle there. 52 swinging all over the place. Took it 3 wide, made it work.
Yeah,
he's up into 5th now, and the 1 is coming. He just gave a big bump to the 52.
Come on.
Yeah, we're coming here. 2 laps to go. 46-2 leading this race. 48-12 to the outside. 52's giving him a big shot. The 48 takes the lead. Here comes the 12. 46 is giving a shove as well. This race side by side as they come. They're coming to the 2 laps to go mark. Now, if the leader takes the white flag, this race will end under caution. I believe there is up to 3 attempts.
Oh,
no, 52 spinning. Green, white, checkered is upon us.
Oh, and there it is.
That's number 4.
Yeah, let's go back here to the 52 and see on board with him as we rewind this. He took a big shot.
Yeah, it looked like he gave a push to somebody, and the guy in front of him wiggled, and then he got a bump. And I don't think he could hold it, but
22, you're going to need to tell. I don't think I can follow you.
it definitely, it was definitely getting dicey up there.
Let's see here. He takes a shot by the 12. He gets a shot back to the 1. Oh, big crash. He goes sliding down. Everybody goes wrecking.
No.
Big crash.
Yeah, I think that's just a product of trying to bump in certain areas, and he gave a shot to the guy in front of him, and it kind of loosened him up a little bit. The back end kicked a little bit, and I think he slowed down just enough. And the 1,
Yeah, come on, 48.
you can't, like I said, you can't see really past the car or the truck in front of you. So if the 52 slowed up at all, the 1 doesn't have much of a choice besides trying to dive underneath, and the 52 got hooked in the left fender there, and around he went.
Well, we have a great opportunity. You see the man down here from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, a super late model driver down there. He is sitting in P number 2 in that 46, 46 Wolf Pump Chevrolet. Let's get in here and have a little bit of a conversation and see what he's going to do in this restart.
All my other friends in racing called me Gimbo.
Hey, Sean, it's Terry and Curtis up here in the booth, man. You got a copy?
What's going on, guys?
Nothing much, man. We've been watching you all race long. You're carrying the primary sponsor for this league, Wolf Pumps, on your truck. It's a beautiful Chevrolet you have there. You're sitting in P number 2. You've avoided the crashes all race long. What do you got here? Green, white, checkered. Can you beat the 2 with the 4 on your bumper?
Man, I think we got a shot. Gonna try to side draft them. Done it before. The last time I was up there on that restart, worked well. And yeah, just kind of hold off the leaders, kind of snake down the backstretch and see what we can't do.
Well, we wish you nothing but the best of luck. Our favorite Wisconsin that is in the field right now, congratulations on being a super late model driver, and we hope to be talking to you in Victory Lane here soon, my man.
Appreciate it, guys. Let's have some fun, boys.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your race. We'll move him back to his assigned spot. And yes, I'll have to teach you how to pronounce the name of his hometown, Bowling. Matthew, please do. I am dumb. My mother did not teach me well. Bama, if you're in the chat, our Alabama education didn't do me any justice.
So we're gonna have to get through.
Yeah, that's
As you can hear the onboard radio, they are getting a little bit enjoyable here to listen to, as they are saying we have 5 minutes left in this race for the time limit. Can they complete the race? Green, white, checkered. Be 2 laps to go when we cross this start-finish line.
What was that?
Curtis, wreck, or do we get to the start-finish line?
48, you about wrecked us all, bro. The guy behind me didn't
Curtis,
go,
do
so I
you
had to
have a
go
copy?
That's the only reason I was way down.
Oh, yep, sorry. Hit the wrong button there. Yeah, I was talking to myself.
You can't predict live television, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I was hitting the wrong button. I was going on and on talking to myself there, but I don't know. If they can get off from the caution here, they should be able to finish it because once the timer runs out, they will go to white flag no matter what. But it will be green white checkered anyways. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be done with cautions just because of how aggressive some of the guys have been with their pushes. The 1 has been pushing really hard, and now he's on the 4, who would be right behind Sean, who we just talked to. So I am not sure. The 2 has been putting on some pretty aggressive blocks from the front. I don't think anybody's going to give anybody an inch coming down to this green white checkered. So I wouldn't be surprised to see another caution. I'd love to see it go green and finish out and give the many people watching right now a good show.
Yeah, 26 viewers still out there in the chat. Official Blizzard said this is the most fun he's had on iRacing. Trust me, my man, for our first ever iRacing broadcast, this has been incredible. Thank you for all 26 people who have tuned in tonight to watch the great racing that WPRL has put on for us here in the season opener at Daytona. We've had about 5 or 6 cautions, which is normal for Daytona. Green flag is coming back in the air. Green, white, checkered. 2 trucks hard on the gas. 48 is right behind him. What can we do here?
That 48 is Joe Tardif, which I know him for a couple of different leagues that I'm in. So he's usually pretty timid. Sometimes can be aggressive, but he did lay off the 2 here, so it looks like him and the 46 might be trying to get a big run. He may go up and block the 12. There he goes. He went up to block the 12, so now he's got a big push coming from the 12.
Yep.
He's not going to make...
Y'all are getting squirrely.
That was close.
Oh, big
And the
crash.
25 is shooting the gap again.
12
Here he
car.
comes.
12 truck hard in the wall. 25 goes up the middle. Here we go. 25 jumps to second. Shane is taking it to the outside. White flag's going to be out here at Daytona. Can the 46 push the 2 to victory lane?
Yeah, 25 is all over the place. I'm not sure the 2's going to block, so...
2 truck shuts his momentum off. 3 wide going down here. White
Oh,
flag's
the 46 gets underneath him.
Here we go. 46 takes the lead. 25 gets a shot from the 48. Big crash happening. 7's around. 91's in the
That's
wall
gonna
as
bring
well.
out the caution.
25 is the leader. Caution is out. 25 won this race.
I don't know if the timing changed.
25 is the leader. 48 a second. Sean in the 46 takes P number 3.
I'm coming.
Oh, big crash to end this race. Let's go back here to that caution. Let's see what had happened, Curtis, before we end this race. That was a massive crash to end this Daytona first ever race. Looks like they said Nathan was in this wreck. The 91, he is hard on the bottom, and he hit a ton.
Yeah, the 25 was making some... The 25 was making some pretty aggressive moves. I mean, it did work out for him, but the first guy that he tried to pass 3 wide did go into the wall. So he had a huge run coming through the middle, and it just shot him right past the 46, and the 25, or the 25 went right to the front, side by side with the 2, and edged him out. Looks like.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Big crash to end this race. 91 goes spinning in the air, flipping end over end, comes to rest in turn number 1 on the banking. His race is over, and it looks to me, and yes, the 25 has won this race. He's coming around with his victory lap. It looks like the 4 ends up finishing in P number 3 with the 48 and P number 2. Incredible race. Man, speechless. Let's watch him in the 25 burn this to the ground as he wins the season opener at Daytona.
Yeah, he definitely was aggressive, but a win is a win. I mean, you got to do what you got to do on the last lap. They were coming to the white flag there, so I'm not surprised with some of the runs or the moves that they were making. But it is the first race of the season, so some of the aggressiveness can be brought back to you and later on during the season, so you got to watch some of the aggressive moves. But that was definitely a perfectly timed huge run that he had coming through the middle. And it just so happened that the outside car slowed up just a little bit, and it allowed him to shoot right to the front. And it was a very good, very good last lap there.
Yeah, very enjoyable indeed. They take the white flag. Caution comes out, ends the race. 25 had the lead at the time of caution. He passed the timing and scoring line as everything had showed. He comes out as the leader. Aggression wins the race, and that paid off here tonight as the 25 of Shane wins here at Daytona. I don't believe he's going to do his burnout. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for tuning in. We'll be right back with our post-race interview. Stay right here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our post-race coverage. Thank you for the people who have stuck it out. We're going to start with the P number 3. Ethan, you come out here, Daytona, first race of the season. You were able to pull off an incredible run to the front. What did you have, and did you think you could have went out there and won this race?
Well, really, I was just coming out there and wanting to have a good time and racing. Sometimes I'll try to stay out in the back and just ride the way up to the front. I had seen the first place person that was coming through, so I let them vow to get. I didn't want to cause anything, and then tried to ride on out. But yeah, I'm still shaking as far as because it feels so real, like you're driving the actual car on the track.
All right, Mr. Ethan, you come in here, first race of the season, you get a top 3. What kind of momentum are you going to wave all the way till the end? And will this pay forward or pay dividends as you go forward in the season, as next week we go to another super speedway?
I'm going to try to take from the race what I can learn from this one, and then apply that on to the next race. And I'm hoping to kind of do this, when I'm not working and stuff, do this as a secondary thing, and maybe get into it full time if it turns into something like that.
Well, absolutely, my man. Congratulations on your top 3. Curtis, you have Mr. Joe in the 48 Chevy, P number 2.
Yeah, first, Joe, I believe this is average Joe, is it not?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yes, it is. Congratulations. I've seen you in a few leagues that I'm in as well. So seeing you go up there to the top 2, I mean, congratulations, first off. You had a great race. Majority of the race looked like you were kind of hovering around the mid, and then you moved up to like the top 5, getting some big runs from people. You were sitting, I think, P2 before that last caution came out. Then I think you went down to P3 and then back up to P2. Did you see the 25 coming? Did you see the run coming? I mean, what did you expect for that last lap? Were you hoping it would go green, or I mean, what was your whole overall experience with those last few laps?
Well, I seen the run coming. I knew once he blocked the door on the high side, I had to pull, which I can't even explain the move I just pulled, and swung it all the way low, hoping I'd clear. Then he blocked, and then lost the momentum. 12 and us detached, and I seen the 25 coming. But if I knew if I slammed the door, by the time he hit me, I wouldn't have been able to save the truck.
Yeah, he had a massive run coming through the middle. Him and the 12 got into it just a little bit, and he still shot him just like he came out of a cannon. Yeah, if he would have hit you, I think it would have been you going around and not the other way around for a couple of the other guys. But you pulled it out second. What do you see for the future of this season, or any other leagues? Are you going to take any of this that you learned tonight and try to put it into the other league races? I know you got one coming up in, I believe, 2 weeks that you'll be running at Daytona again. So I guess what's your overall experience taking from this, and what do you see from the future?
I mean, this was a good experience. The plate racing on here is a lot better than the heat stuff that we're used to. A little bit more twitchy. Strategy, staying in the back, save yourself. It was just too sketchy in the middle of the pack. I don't think plate tracks will be a problem. I'm looking forward to getting into the 1.5 miles so we can space out. You know, run multi-groove, get some wear on the tires so I can show the speed I have on the 1.5 miles. Definitely disappointed I did not pull that win out because I thought I had the truck for it.
Hey, well, P2 is better than last, so I will definitely give you a congratulations again for coming out P2. Great overall race for the first race of the season, and look forward to seeing you pull out some more top 5s and maybe a few victories too for the rest of the season.
Can I give a shout out?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Shout out to my teammate Dominic Previtz in JDJ Motorsports. We've been running for 14 years, and we're finally forteing in iRacing. So it's nice to build schemes and enjoy this again.
Awesome. Congratulations on your P number 2 finish. We're going to pull the winner in and move one of you guys out. Let's go ahead and pull this winner down here. Mr. Shane, you got a copy? Shane, this is Terry. You got a copy?
I think you moved the wrong one.
I did move the wrong one. I am dumb.
That's all right.
Live television, ladies and gentlemen. Shane, you got a copy?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
How's it going?
It's going good, man. Not going as good as you're going right now, but congratulations. P number 1. You made a lot of aggressive moves tonight. What is that going to do for the rest of the season? Do you think that as the season progresses, some people are going to be mad? And how excited are you to have the first win of the season?
I'm really excited actually to have the first win. You know, if I see openings, I'm gonna take it. You know, I trust the spotter. So if I like on that last lap, I saw the middle just part. You know, so I just went straight up the middle and saw that opening, and then came out with that win.
Yeah, so you come out here, you win race number 1, momentum shift. Do you feel like the super speedways are your bread and butter, or is the 1.5 miles and the short tracks kind of where you're going to keep this momentum rolling?
I feel like the super speedways are definitely my track. You know, I was involved in some wrecks, you know, just getting taken out by other cars, and I had to find my way back. I feel like the whole race, like I was constantly being pushed back to like 19, working my way up, 16, working my way up. I definitely do like the super speedways. Yeah.
Well, any shout outs for you tonight, Mr. Shane?
Just shout out to James and Brad and Woody for setting this all up and getting everything going. And I'm just excited about the season. I think it's going to be a great season. We got a lot of good racers and some hard racers, and it's going to be fun.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, all 20 of you, thank you so much for tuning in. Please stay tuned. I am about to jump over back to the Xbox side to call the final Xfinity race for NNR. We are going to raid my good buddy Repeat. Let's show him the same love you showed me. Show him what WPRL is all about. We're going to start raiding. Go enjoy Repeat, and I will be there momentarily. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Swats, thank you so much for coming up here. Or Curtis, thanks for coming up here and being a part of this broadcast. And let's go watch some good Repeat 1975.
Definitely appreciate it. It was definitely fun to call it with you. So, see what the season brings on.
And we have raided Pete with the massive raid.
Yeah, that was a good race to watch. It was
very good race. Let me go turn this headset off and swap to this.
I'm gonna jump out of here and start helping with the baby room. So
sounds good, man.
But I appreciate you bringing me in, and it was definitely fun to go back and forth there with calling the race. So I appreciate it, and definitely learned a lot, and look forward to 2 weeks calling you guys to maybe a victory for you.
Thanks, brother. Hopefully I get me a win, Daytona.
Yeah. But I'll catch you later.
See you, bro.
Now join the NNR Xfinity Series race championship race live from Charlotte Motor Speedway. I am Repeat with the one and only driver of the 44 in this series, old baritone boss, helping me out just a little bit. And J-Paw still leads, the 9 of Q-Dog, 98 of Master Killer, the 11 of Cinepuse, and additional, I'm sorry, that's actually not Cinepuse anymore. That is the 33 of Trip, excuse me. As they're all single file, everybody up by the wall, going down the backstretch, going into 3 and 4 one more time. The laps are clicking down. They're going to start getting that long run feel, Baritone. What do you foresee? I mean, in the practice that you and the rest of the militia had, how long did it take before you really started to break loose, coming off of 4, or start getting really, really tight going into 3 and 4?
It usually takes about a good halfway through the run before you really start to see any real looseness in the race car. It just, like I said, depended on the setup there. Some of these guys were dealing with the car being a bit too tight, and they were starting to wash up toward the end of the run and end up hitting that apron in 3 and 4 especially, and washing up toward the top of the racetrack. But it's definitely going to be interesting to see how these cars react as they go on, because we might see that 12 maybe set up good for the short run, and we'll see if that long run might be his downfall.
We'll have to see. And ladies and gents, I hear the voice, the one and only Vol. And up in the booth, Vols, thank you very much for coming up. Definitely appreciate you. I know that you just got off of your stream with the one and only NNR SWAT over on the iRacing side. Definitely appreciate the raid. Got about 30 people out there now watching this NNR Xfinity